Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements and welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the NASDAQ100. I've just woken up this morning and turned on my computer to see an absolute bloodbath in the markets. Yesterday was a horrible trading session. We ended the day down 2.6% and then we've fallen a further 2.6% in the past couple of hours, and upon doing some research as to why this has occurred, I've woken up to news that Putin has basically done a pre-recorded televised speech basically announcing an official invasion of Ukraine, and there's been explosions heard around 4 key cities in Ukraine. In Kiev, for example, there's been air raid sirens that have been heard by its citizens, and as well as that, people are just trying to flee Ukraine at this moment in time. It is an absolute mess, and Putin has, I think the simplest way to put it, Putin has chosen to go to war. Already this morning you're seeing many Western countries, so European countries, the US for example, the UK, coming out saying that they're now going to impose severe sanctions on Russia, and this could mean blocking SWIFT payments. I think the US have just announced that they're going to be putting sanctions on the Nord Stream 2 pipe that provides most of Europe and the US with oil. So really not good news here for the financial markets. I was saying yesterday during a video that I was doing last night when we were trading up around 13,750 that it's incredibly important that we hold Monday and Tuesday swing lows. If we broke below this candlestick here, it really would not be good news, and it would mean that we would probably go and form an ABC correction. And where do we fall to? To be honest, with an ABC correction, it's very difficult to predict how far you can fall. So for those who are new to the YouTube channel, I'm just going to quickly show you again. We've had that A, then we've had that B leg, and then of course with an ABC correction, the C leg has to always be lower than the A leg, and that's exactly what we've got. But as I was saying over the past couple of days, that with that C leg, it could be here, it could be there, it could be that, it could look like anything. But now you just kind of got to look to previous supportive levels here for the NASDAQ 100 to kind of figure out where, how low we could potentially go. And of course, the first supportive area that comes to mind is this 13,000 area. And 13,000 is a huge, large round number. So psychologically, this could be an area where traders are wanting to target. So I think that, we could potentially go and test 13,000. We may even briefly breach below it, maybe go and testing 12,900, but it looks very, very certain to me at this moment in time that we're going to 13,000. The past couple of weeks has just been an absolute bloodbath for the financial markets. We are now entering into bear market territory here for the NASDAQ 100, and I must say this is probably the most challenging time I've ever traded in my whole entire life. We're not just trading in an interest rate hiking environment. We're also trading pretty much in World War III at this moment in time, with most Western countries, putting loads of sanctions on Russia. Russia basically announcing this morning that they want to go to war. So we, as crazy as it sounds, we could literally be looking at a World War III here. If, God forbid, if Russia was to actually start bombing any parts of Ukraine, then I think sanctions will no longer be effective with regards to addressing Russia here. I think that other Western countries would have to then impose some military action, whether that be sending troops to Ukraine to help Ukrainians flee the country, to fight back. I'm not really an expert when it comes to military defense, etc., but it's not looking good at this moment in time. So if you are trading on a leveraged account, please do be very, very careful. The markets are incredibly volatile at this moment in time, and as I did mention this on Monday, I come out and I said just let the dust settle. I said don't try and be a hero, don't try and cherry pick the bottom here where we were forming a potential W pattern. I said just wait until the end of the week, wait for a day or two until the dust settles. And if you did wait, if you did listen to my advice there, of course now you'll be seeking the benefits, because this now offers a much more attractive entry. You could potentially start to nibble at 13,000, but again, please enter with micro positions, very, very, very small trades, stuff that even if it went down to 12,000, it wouldn't affect your margin at all. But good news is that the RSI is now starting to become oversold here for the NASDAQ 100. And also I just want to point out, guys, that it's very, very bizarre, but when war does typically happen, or when there are some horrible events like what we're seeing in Russia and Ukraine, the markets, the US markets that is, don't actually perform as bad as you would expect. I think I mentioned on a video earlier on this week that during the attack in Pearl Harbor, I think the markets actually ended that week in the green, and of course that was a attack on US soil. So very, very bizarre how the US markets do actually react when there is war. But not all is lost. But also I just want to take you back to 2016 again. I know I keep showing this for those who tune into my videos, but we formed a very similar chart pattern here in 2016 to what we are forming now. Again, we kind of formed that ABC correction where we had that A, B, and that was at the C leg. And of course, the one rule about ABC corrections is that the C leg has to always be below the A leg, and that's exactly what we got. And also we formed a very similar looking candlestick here back in January 20 of 2016. Of course, this time around we formed it on January 24th, so 4 days later, where we had that beautiful looking hammer candlestick, which then of course sparked a short-term rally here for the NASDAQ 100, and very similar to what we saw here. We saw prices move up towards 15,200, and then since then, when we've had Russia escalate the tensions between Russia and Ukraine, we have seen the market kind of roll over. But I think I pointed out from those January 20th lows to where it traded down 3.4%, and now if we go and revisit where we are currently trading right now, I just scroll up to the top, at this moment in time, from those January 20th lows where we did achieve a price down at 13,700, we are still, we're now 4% below. So a very similar area as to where we did actually peak towards the downside back in 2016. I'm not saying for sure we are going to bounce here, but what I am saying is that this area here was an area where back in 2016 we did then eventually recover and trade up towards the all-time high. So I know at this moment in time it's very scary, especially with all of the news headlines. It seems like it's the end of the world, but I just want to come out here onto YouTube and let investors know that it's not. Okay, come this time next month, most of this will probably moved on. We'll probably have some more clarity with regards to the Fed. We'll probably have much more clarity with regards to Russia and Ukraine. Hopefully these tensions can de-escalate, and the markets will move on. So don't feel like you have to place a trade this week. The markets are not going anywhere, guys. Wait for the dust to settle, take a week off, take 2 weeks off, and then come back and revisit the markets. But the NASDAQ 100 here, personally, in my opinion, we could see a move further down towards 13,000, but that's an area where I think it will catch a bid. And that is going to wrap it up for today's video. But just before I let you leave, I just want to quickly show you our brand new streaming service. We've recently launched this website that you can see in front of you. This is where we provide in-depth analysis videos as well as trading signals via our Telegram group chat. Once subscribed, you'll then have access to all of our in-depth analysis videos as well as access to our private Telegram group chat. We cover various markets such as commodities, US stocks, indices, and cryptocurrencies. We also have a video category where we provide educational content so that you can improve your trading skills. If this sounds appealing to you, then you can find our website link in the description of this YouTube video at dailymarketmovements.com. If not, then I would just like to take this time to say thank you for watching today's YouTube video. Please give my channel a subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon.